on this, we're now being joined by Paul Huang from Taiwan. He's a research fellow at the Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation. Welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Now, China has clearly threatened of retaliation if the Taiwanese president meets US House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. In your viewpoint, do you think that China is overreacting at the moment, or is it threatened?
Well, China is always going to make these kind of verbal threats on any foreign leader or government that Taiwan's political leader interact with, so no matter who's in government. But I think the bottom line is China is retaliating every day by building up its military, getting increasingly ready to attack Taiwan when the day comes, and also overwhelming Taiwan's very inadequate defenses and taking away Taiwan's last remaining international status and diplomatic allies such as Honduras. And I think that's where Taiwan needs to get prepared militarily and diplomatically. What can we do in response to these kind of increased aggression, which, of course, we know the verbal threats are going to be there. But how about the actions that our government's taken? In my view, it's that the actions that we have taken so far is not really adequate.
Right. With Honduras also siding up with China, do you think that Taiwan has been caught between two superpowers, that is China and United States of America?
Oh, yes. But strategically, Taiwan is always stuck in between the United States and China, that these two great powers are pulling Taiwan one way or another. But then make no mistake, Taiwan also benefited greatly from both US and China's economic growth. If we can live peacefully, that is, Taiwan's economies not just relies, but greatly dependent on trade with China. And our foundation's poll that we found that most people, they want peaceful coexistence with China instead of confrontation. And recently, in the last several months, there have been increasing signs that tensions across the strait might be easing, or at least certain actions have been taken by both sides, especially Beijing, to kind of show a little bit gesture of friendship, or at least a willingness to restart exchanges, such as lifting the bans on some Taiwanese agricultural product. I think that's what ultimately that's what Taiwanese people want to see, that as long as we are trading, having this exchange, not shooting missiles at each other, I think that's what people here want.
Right, Mr. Paul. Let's also talk about how just yesterday, former Taiwanese president said that we are all Chinese during his visit to Nanjing in China. And now this statement stands in contrast to Tsai's controversial America trip. I want to seek your perspective as to, do you think that there are two factions in Taiwan, or has China been successful in splitting Taiwan's leaders at the moment?
Well, Ma Ying-jeou is a former president of Taiwan. He's not a current leader of Taiwan. He's not even the leader of the opposition party. He doesn't have the leadership role in the opposition party. According to our foundation's poll, we found last month, we found 78% of the Taiwanese identify themselves as just Taiwanese, versus 9% who say they're both Taiwanese and Chinese, and another 7% say they are just Chinese. So most people in Taiwan, they see themselves as Taiwanese. So Ma made this statement in China saying, I am, or we are Chinese. I think that's really not what Taiwanese people think. But of course, we understand that he's there, he's visiting there. He's just saying this kind of thing to appease the host, which is China, the Chinese government. He's there at the pleasure, if not the mercy, of Beijing. And he say these kind of things. And some people in Taiwan understand that. Of course, the opposition party are going to blame Ma, saying that, well, you are selling out Taiwan. But he's not a current president. He doesn't have political power at the moment, so he can't really sell out Taiwan. At least that's what I think.
Right. Absolutely, Mr. Paul. Thank you so much for joining us on WION and sharing your insights with us.
Thank you for having me.